Hello everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
And I'm Graham.
And I've been to see a film that you've not been to see, possibly because you didn't get there in time, possibly because you're a racist, who knows. I saw the film Fences.
Don't know anything about it, mate.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even on the fence about it.
Is that because you don't like to learn things that involve black people?
I was going to say yes until I heard that last bit. Why? What's this film about?
This is Denzel Washington's directorial effort about...
Effort. That sounds like it wasn't good.
Well, I was going to say debut, and then I realised it wasn't his debut, so I changed the word.
Right, I see.
No, it got 5 stars in Empire magazine. It's getting
How many
critically...
stars did it get from Darren?
4. So...
Darren's got higher standards than
than Empire magazine. I do. Well, they gave Attack of the Clones 5 stars.
Ooh.
So...
Ooh, scathing.
Yeah. Anyway, so Denzel, it's set in the olden days, like, I don't know, 50s, should we say?
Olden, yeah, 50s.
Yeah. Well, it's old to me, might not be to you. So Denzel Washington is a bin man who's not allowed to drive the bus because he's black. It's mostly set
Is it a bus?
Well, the garbage bus, I think they might say.
The
garbage truck.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's mostly set in his yard, and...
He owns the yard.
Well, he owns the house and the yard.
Which yard?
His house is a yard.
His house is a garbage heap.
No.
I
just mentioned that was his job because it plays into the story quite a lot.
I don't understand. He owns a yard.
You can't understand that a man...
He owns a yard which is attached to his house.
Yeah.
Of course he owns the yard that's attached to... Wait, hang on a sec. He's allowed to buy... He's not allowed to drive the bin truck.
No, he's not allowed to drive
the bin bus.
No.
But... but he's allowed to own his house and the land around it.
Why not?
I don't know, it's the 50s, isn't it?
Well, they were allowed to own houses in the 50s.
But they couldn't drive a bus.
Not to start with.
A bin bus, no?
No.
Okay.
Why is that confusing?
Because I don't understand the relevance of his yard. If it's not where
the whole fucking
film
film is set in his yard.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the relevance of the bin bus?
Because that is what he does for a living, and it is a big part of the story.
Does he keep the bin bus? Oh wait, he doesn't drive it?
No, he wants to though.
What goes in the yard?
He wants to be able to drive it.
So he's got the yard just in case he gets the bin bus.
What do you mean he's got the yard? The yard is attached to the house he owns.
Yeah, no, I know, I get that.
So what is the yard? The fact he owns a yard is irrelevant to the fact that he's a bin man. Why do you assume?
Why did you bring it up then?
I'm setting the scene. He is a bin man, and the film is mostly set in his yard.
Yeah.
Right.
So he can't drive. Right. Okay. So he's a bin man.
Yeah.
But he doesn't drive the bin bus.
No.
But he owns a yard.
Because he owns a house that has a yard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this house has got some significance. You keep mentioning.
No, I just want you to know that he doesn't just own a random yard. There is a house attached.
But it's not the garbage yard.
No.
Okay. All right. On it.
So yeah, he's married to what's her name that just won? Oh God, what's her name? You know, from Suicide Squad, and she just won the Oscar.
Viola Davies.
Yes, Viola Davis.
Okay.
And he has one son to another woman that plays music and is like 35-ish, and he has another son that's younger and wants to be a sports person. A baseball player or something, or I don't know, American football player. But he doesn't want him to be because he wanted to be a baseball player, and he claims he wasn't allowed to because he was black, and therefore his son shouldn't waste time. The film plays out, and Denzel Washington becomes a significantly less and less sympathetic character, I feel.
Oh, right. Oh, that's a shame.
It's based on a play called Fences, of which Denzel Washington had played on stage.
Right, yeah.
As apparently did Lenny Henry in the English version.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Kind of, I
Presume
suppose.
the yard was outside of Travelodge or a Premier Inn.
Yeah, of course, yeah. He's not allowed to stray too far, is he?
No. The deal is if you do an advert for thing, you've got to live that life.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So he has to live in a Premier Inn until, he spent the wages he earned from doing the advert.
Yeah, I think he's quite happy with it as well.
Well, yeah.
You would be, wouldn't you?
Anyway.
If you were Lenny Henry, anyway. I don't think he's getting much work lately.
But who knows what he's doing? I didn't know he was in respected plays.
That's true. Yeah.
So I thought that to start with, the first 20 minutes of the film were really irritating because it was so stagey, like ridiculously so. Do you know where it's like, you may as well have the curtains.
Yeah.
And it's like...
You're looking at a 2D set, sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm not saying it looked unbelievable.
No.
I'm just saying it felt like I was watching a stage. Like everyone's kind of
out.
talking too loud, and
Right.
you become really aware that it is just set in this yard, and people don't just have conversations, they like monologue at each other. And you think, like, who talks like that except actors on a stage?
Yeah.
And
feels stagey.
Yeah, very stagey. And as the film goes on, it gets less so when you kind of get into it. And I mean, it never becomes like properly cinematic. Like, it always definitely feels like they've just taken the script for the stage and just said,
Film it.
pan in, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
But so
There's some movement in there.
So I thought, but the performances are all great and the story's interesting and it's obviously got something to say about society and everything. I thought it's just a shame about that. So I thought, I wonder what Empire said, bearing that they gave it a 5-star review. And they said in their opening paragraph, like, prepared to hear everybody say that this film is too stagey, but actually that plays to the film's strengths. But then they never elaborated on why it plays to the film's strengths. So maybe there's a great reason that this film feels so stagey and the fact that it is. But I don't know how Empire justified it.
What other films have you seen which are direct from and they stay in that
Well, a good
kind of
example would be Glengarry Glen Ross, which is mostly set in one room and also based on a stage play, but doesn't feel stagey, feels cinematic. Which isn't to say that it has David Fincher shots through the lid.
Excuse me, everybody.
Earthquake.
Yeah, sorry about that. Carry on.
So yeah,
that's all good. Let's do this. Carry on.
Well, I've kind of finished my point, really.
Okay.
I feel I can't criticise the film for being stagey now that our camera just fell off its makeshift tripod.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So why haven't you seen or heard of the film, if not racism?
No, it's not down to my racism, but it's just merely because I think maybe the media's racist. So it's kind of
no, the media's not
kind
racist.
of whitewashed the entire kind of cinematic
Well, I mean,
world.
she won an Oscar for it about a week ago.
No, that's fine. The Oscars are
Admittedly,
self-contained.
The Best Picture then did go to Emma Stone for her performance in La La Land.
Yeah.
Instead of a
so
film about
cringy,
a film full of black people, so maybe it is a bit whitewashy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little.
Warren Beatty saw it, said Moonlight. So I'm not giving it to Moonlight. Emma Stone for La La Land.
Not on my watch. Yeah. Yeah, that was really awkward.
Yeah, what do you expect when you have Bonnie and Clyde host the fucking Oscar, opening awards? It's not going to go well, is it?
Of course they're up to trouble.
Last time they were together, it ended with a fucking mass murder of them both. Anyway, so...
So no, I guess I just haven't been exposed to it for whatever reason. I've just not been exposed
It's definitely
to
worth
it.
watching. Like, the twists and the
I'll watch
turns
any film.
shocked me every time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I just wished it hadn't have felt so stagey.
Would you have rathered
Rathered.
Lenny Henry be in this one as well?
Maybe out of sheer curiosity, but that's not because Denzel Washington did a bad performance.
Purely out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd have wanted him to play the Viola Davies role.
As he is, or in a wig, or makeup
I'll leave
on.
that up to him.
Oh, okay,
Either way,
yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's walked the planks and he's a thespian, so he would bring whatever he wanted.
Planks.
No, walk the. Isn't that the phrase?
It's the boards?
The boards, yeah.
Walk
kind
the
of
planks is what you do when you piss off a pirate.
He strode the planks, the boards, yeah. But otherwise, yeah, no. So other films, I guess, you say Glengarry, but Carnage or God of Carnage, you might know it as.
That's a bit stagey.
It's a bit stagey, but there is interesting camera work on that. I mean,
Well, I'm not saying there's not interesting camera work in Fences. I'm just saying that it feels stagey.
Well, you kind of painted that image.
I mean, like I
Because
said,
of the
it's not
whole
like a
kind of-
Fincher-esque thing where the camera goes to the coffee pot, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not just like this. Fucking glue it to a fucking piece of wood or whatever we've done.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's definitely not glued, otherwise it wouldn't have fell. No, fair enough. So what about this yard? Why is the yard significant?
Because it's pretty much mostly set there.
Oh, right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they playing sports with this? Is he playing sports with his son?
There's a really good-looking thing. They've got a tree in the garden with a ball hanging off it, and they hit it with a baseball bat. And I thought
I've
that
never
looks
seen
fun.
that before.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's a good idea.
the baseball equivalent of swing ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you just know you'd hit it as hard as you can, the ball just comes straight off the tree into the neighbour's window or
Or
something.
swing back around and hit you in the back of the head or something.
That's fine.
I'd live with that.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Kill me? Never
Yeah.
mind. Denzel Washington's character is a man of stubbornness and principles. It's my way or the highway.
Man of fire, kind of.
Yeah, he feels he's the man of the house and everything has to go through him. The kind of person that makes his son call him sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
one of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. So, is there a comment? So, what's the commentary on? Is this actually racism, or is this about patriarchy and stuff like that? Kind of these stereotypical patriarchal roles within a racist kind of
Well, he
confinement,
talks a
'cause
lot
he's-
about racism because he, thinks that he was held back, and you hear a lot about what his generation the generation before his went through, and then you hear other characters saying it's not like that for the younger ones these days. So yeah, it definitely talks about race.
It's good.
But then I suppose that is also a comment on the roles of men and women, because she's definitely the smarter one that's probably secretly in control, but
Well,
puts
I
up
think-
with him as much as she can. She's like the diplomatic one that calms him down, but lets the son do what she wants and what he wants and all the rest.
From what you're describing, it sounds like there's a lot of kind of comment on control as well, because it sounds like he likes to be in control of his kind of household and stuff. However, is that a reflection of the fact that he has such little control outside of that in the society that he's in?
Maybe it is, but then is that not
it's like
comment on race
passive-aggressive,
again?
Well, no, absolutely it would be, but it kind of ties into itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Viola Davis was very good, considering she won the Oscars, not undeserved. Although I wonder if we give Oscars to people because we like their performance or because we like the characters, because it's a likeable character.
This is the problem.
That's not to say that it's not a great performance, because it is. And it certainly has like a clip that you can show at the Oscars over and over again where she has a little shouty time. They like the shouty moments.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
But,
real
yeah.
emotion. But it's it's meant acting.
Which is why actually it's really cool that Casey Affleck won for Manchester by the Sea, because he doesn't really have a shouty role in that.
Yeah, quite a subdued character.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you.
I can't remember now. Doesn't matter.
Bye everyone.
Oh well. Adios. Bye.